What's up?
So,
mm, so,
wait. I just need to flip your camera. I just realized it's flipped.
okay.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Wait a second. This isn't D&D.
Wait. Uh, right. It's not D&D. Stranger 1779, I believe in you. Although, as a disclaimer, words of wisdom, um, whenever you're paying off debt, it's always important to take care of your immediate responsibilities rather than playing catch up. Take care of your current debt. If it's work, financials, or anything at all in the form of debt or playing catch up, always take care of what's immediate. For example, if you're paying off something like a credit card, always make sure your basic needs are met first, you know? Like, you don't mind the interest as long as you're not starving or homeless as much as possible. There we go. I fat fingered my. Look! Alright, sometimes I talk. I talk and then I think about it later. It's gotten me into trouble a couple of times, but it's also brought me the best of friends. That's how I met Julia. Right?
Indeed.
Anyway, from here on out, I will not be doing redeems. I should disable them, but I'll just refund them at the end of the stream. Because this is a EHAPIWOT episode. We're just doing the pre-show talk. This is not the start of the show yet. But okay, when's the start of the show? The start of the show should be like 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of EHAPIWOT. This is episode number 2, and our special guest is none other than the talented. I'm supposed to say a string of compliments here, but I'm just gonna say talented Julia.
Hey. Hello. It's me. Julia. Be happy what? Everybody has a podcast. I want one too. The show with a placeholder tagline. Episode number 2.
If you keep that up, I'm gonna be jobless. The producers are gonna the producers are gonna fire me and replace me with you. Come on. Just a mental note. Just a note here. I'm checking my emails, and our Monka fam manager Phil told me to be on my best behavior and to be nice because Julia is a family-friendly streamer, and we do not want to ruin her image. So, should you cross any lines that shouldn't be crossed, Nico, you will be dealt with accordingly. Take care. Regards, Phil.
Oh, Phil wrote that. That's nice.
Yeah. You know what, Phil? I guess I'm gonna file my resignation tomorrow after this show. No, I'm kidding. Please don't fire me from Monka Fam, Phil. Please. I'm begging you. Has Phil ever sent you any threatening emails like that?
No, it's all like, hey, Julia, how are you doing? I sent you a fruit basket.
He sends you. He sends me memos and he sends you fruit baskets. Fucking Phil, man. Oh, God. Anyway, welcome. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? You can type !YouTube in the chat for the YouTube channel because it's being revived. You can catch the EHAPIWOT VODs there if you missed the first episode. Episode 1 featuring Patricio and his communication skills techniques are there for your perusal. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please, really, I need it. I need a custom URL. Pat just got his last month. Did you see that?
Yeah, we're good.
So, like, that's amazing. And your YouTube channel has been doing pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Julia, without further ado, for those who don't know you, where have they been? No, okay. Just introduce yourself to the people who might discover you on the YouTube VOD, because it's like everyone in the Twitch community knows who you are, but some people might subscribe to my YouTube and not hang out on Twitch. So, like, take it away.
Hello, my name is Julia. My Twitch username and game usernames is Hooleeyah. I stream on Twitch. I've been streaming for about 1.5 years, and I also have a YouTube channel for my covers, and I also have a sticker shop on Shopee and Redbubble.
Thank you so much. That was clean. That was clean. You've been practicing that?
No. Maybe I do need to fire you.
No, just I'm just saying that if you practice it, it also shows that you're prepared and dedicated enough to actually prepare something beforehand. But
Or I'm just quick-witted.
that's bit. And I'm not. Is that what you're implying here? You want to take my job as host of EHAPIWOT, Julia? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? You send me out on the streets, homeless and starving.
Yeah.
You're cruel. You're cruel. I thought we were friends. You're like one of my first friends on Twitch. But that jokes aside, I really want to thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show tonight. It's such an honor to have a partnered streamer on the show. Right. But it's actually amazing to me that it's one of your off stream nights and you find the time to be here. You're a very busy woman. Like I'm not sure if a lot of people are aware of the fact that you work a 9 to 5. You work a 9 to 5. You're a graphic designer, illustrator. You have a sticker shop on Shopee. You're a Twitch streamer. You also make content on other platforms. So the first question of the night is, how do you manage to do all of these things?
It's so hard. It's like I'm barely hanging on, I think. I do my best to I try to not bite off more than chew. So like, let's say I want to release covers weekly, but I know that I can't. So I try to just do them monthly at the very least, at least once a month. For my sticker shop, it would save me a lot of money if I were to invest in like my own machine and do all the cutting and the printing myself. But I don't have time for that, so I just invest in printing them somewhere else. So that's all done for me. So all I have to do is pack, and I ship out my stickers only once a week. I just gather them all and then ship them in a mass. With my job, I'm doing my best to hold on. It's working a 9 to 5 when streaming 8 to 12 is pretty hard to gauge.
No, but you pack and ship them by yourself, and then you send them off to the logistics facility that's on the way bill, and then the writers pick them up from there. Like, but you do that all yourself, plus your covers, you shoot and edit those yourself,
Yes,
and your Twitch graphics, you did all those yourself.
correct.
So is this why you haven't reached Diamond yet in TFT?
I'm so bad at TFT TBA. I'm so bad at that game.
Dude, this the set just came out. Come on, cut yourself some slack. I didn't mean to jab at your TFT skills. You've gotten pretty good at the game. Coming from me, I've dabbled enough in TFT to be, somewhat like. Would you say I'm good at TFT?
Yes.
See, and coming from me, I'm like you've learned pretty fast. Coming from like we used to play. There was a time we used to play TFT a lot, like really late at night. Jeez. I just it feels a little weird. We just have to address the elephant in the room before we continue with the rest of the show. All right. Dodge Rivals is coming up,
Yeah. Indeed.
and I don't know. For some people, it might seem weird that we're all buddy buddy on the show tonight, even though we have a certain history when it comes to Valorant. Like, I don't know. Our people might be expecting trash talk tonight, but like, you know what? That's not the entirety of my relationship with you.
I think it's better to leave the trash talk in the actual competition.
Then what the hell were you saying in Corgi's chat last night?
It was in spirit of the competition.
That wasn't in the actual competition, so you're trash talking me outside of the competition.
Next question.
Just look, Let it out of your system. I'll give you 3 jabs. All right. You get 3 jabs tonight. You get 3 Valorant jabs. All right. Actually, hit me with your first one right now. I can't wait to hear it.
Um,
Quick-witted my ass.
hey, Nico, maybe you should learn how to spray. Maybe then you'll finally hit someone.
Yeah, I'll give that a 6 out of 10. You got two. You got 2 more for the night. You got 2 more for the night.
Okay,
All right.
I'll let it simmer in
Let
my
it
head.
simmer. Let it simmer. You'll find the perfect opportunity for you to trash talk me about Valorant even when we're not talking about it. You're good that way. Uh, but rivalry aside, it's we've been friends for a while. That's been I met you. I think December of 2019. Back when COVID-19 was just a rumor, or like just
Yeah,
a few notions in the headline.
a little fiber gossip kind of thing.
So like back then, you've been streaming for like a little over half a year at that point. Am I correct?
Mm, no, under half a year, I think.
Oh, so it hasn't been less than a year, right? Because I remember you had a really small, not really a small community, but like compared to what it is now, I'm pretty sure like it was a third of what it is now. And
Yeah.
I remember being there from the early days, and I just want you to look back and tell everyone like what the biggest difference is now when it comes to you streaming this these past couple of weeks compared to like back in December 2019.
Mm. Okay. So in December 2019, I didn't have a job yet. So I was more generous, I think, with my like stream time and my schedule. I didn't really have a schedule, I think, back then. Before, what I would do is my schedule would be every other day. So it would be like Monday, let's say it would be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then Sunday, Tuesday, etc. I would just skip one day. So now I have a schedule.
You
I
kind of
forgot
have to
exactly.
at this point.
Yeah,
You
I
do
do.
so much.
Oh, and but since there was no COVID, I would go out a lot on like the weekends. So back then, I would be late to stream a lot. Like I would start stream at like let's say 9 or 10 because I'd be coming home from like dinner or like church or like a day out or something. So yeah, everything's much more consistent now since I'm like stuck here.
So
Yeah.
but it's safe to assume to some degree that barring the weekends, your weeknights are probably going to be around the same,
Yeah.
right? After like the whole quarantine thing blows out and we get to go out again and all that. But I remember something very distinct that you carry on throughout this day and it hasn't gone away and it's actually been one of the staples of your content is that at the end of every stream you would sing.
Mm.
I even remember Gravity by Sarah Bareilles was a song that would be regularly requested. Um, it's beautiful, by the way. Like I would trash talk you in any aspect and any regard about your life and or not really your personality. I don't want to attack that. But like I would trash talk you in almost every context except for your music. Your music is something that I will not dare desecrate. 'Cause I love it so much, right? I'm a big fan of your singing. There's even one point that I fell asleep because of how soothing it was. But like really there's a common question about like when someone discover someone singing. I'm pretty sure you get this comment a lot in your chat like oh I wish I could sing. I wish I had a voice like that. I wish I had
Yeah.
that talent. But you, like many other singers we know that for a fact that singing is something you can train and develop. So I want you to walk us through like how you were able to practice and develop that. Like were you formally trained? When did it start? Where would you practice? How would you practice?
Mm, well, when I was singing a lot growing up, and like both of my parents sing as well, especially my dad. He had like all the music, like all the instruments and stuff. So I learned like guitar from him. When I was in school, I was never formally trained because I was always too shy to sing in public. Like we had this music course in my class in my school, and you
Si,
could choose. Yeah.
si Sir Pepe ba yung prof mo?
No, it was in middle school, high school.
Ah, kala ko this in college.
Nah,
Sound design
but
pala yun.
yeah, we had a music course, and you could pick what like instrument you want to go for, and there was always like the voice. Like there's a voice course, and I was like, "Oh, I want to go," but at the same time, they're like they're kind of like cliques. Like they're the voice girls, and you're like, man, I don't fit in with the voice girls because those are the girls who like sing a lot in class, are kind of popular and stuff. And I was like, not, and I was so shy. I was so shy to sing in front of people, so I would just, I don't know, sing normally at home. And I have like a lot of childhood videos of me singing.
Oh my god, what I would give to see one of those now.
I might have one. I forgot. I think it's in one of my hard drives, but I'll try to clip it and show it to you sometime.
Am I allowed to show it to people?
Sure.
Alright, freeze frame. Editor, put it in the middle of the screen right now.
Yeah, how do you make your voice sound the way it does?
Well, I just get all the voice that I have in my body, and I put it together in a ball like that, and I put it up my heart, and then I just sing it. Stop your crying, you'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. No matter what they say. From this day off, now and forevermore.
Okay, I'm just gonna when you send me the clip, it's just gonna be there. Alright, for the VOD. For the VOD. That's another reason for you to subscribe to the YouTube. It's funny that you mentioned there were cliques of popular girls that sing. You mean to tell me you had a real life Sharpay Evans when you were in middle school?
The popular girls weren't mean or anything. It's just that I felt like I didn't belong with them. Like they were very outspoken, and I was like really quiet, had a small group of friends type of deal.
So you never took that class?
No. I was so close a few times, but I would always just take like piano or guitar.
So you would just practice on your own at home? Did you record yourself a lot?
Yeah, I used to record myself. And I would, like if I had a guitar, I'd sing with the guitar or something. Yeah, I just
Do you have your
sing
guitar?
whatever.
Do you have your guitar in your room right now?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know that I'm a big John Mayer fan. You know this.
No.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you this one request out of many throughout the night. But can you play that one John Mayer song you know how to play?
Okay.
I'm gonna pause the music right now just for this.
Try my best. I kind of mess it up a lot. Oh. What? Oh, here we go. My nail's kind of long. It's so hard.
Your guitar is kind of high action, yeah. I can hear it from the struggle.
Plus my fingernails are long, so I can't fully press on the fretboard.
It's alright. How does that song go again?
I will.
No, don't sing it like that. Sing it the way.
Oh, the Nico way. I will drive.
I do not sing like that.
I
I do not. How do I do it?
What?
How do I do it? No, no, no. You have to follow through with this.
Oh. Where do I stop?
Just the first two lines of Why Georgia.
Wait. I was driving at 85 in the kind of morning that lasts all afternoon.
I don't sing it like that.
The noon part was accurate. You can't tell.
Oh fuck. Okay, maybe it is kind of accurate. But you set me free.
Yeah.
Leave me be. I
Yeah,
don't
I
want to
do that a
fall
lot.
another moment in the arms.
I'm annoying singing.
No, dude, it's a very common thing. Singing face is a thing. Yours
Yeah.
just so happens to be you close your eyes and you raise your eyebrows.
Yeah. It's just missing the.
That's so annoying. God. It's so annoying, but it's so funny at the same time, but it's so annoying. I want to laugh and strangle someone at the same time whenever you do that. But, like, just stepping back a little bit. You mentioned, like, back in middle school and high school. I'm not sure if you talk about this in your stream, what you were like back in school, but like some people might think you were this popular girl, because you have a big following now. You have a big following now. Like let's not kid ourselves. You are in the top 0.8% of Twitch when I look at the statistics. All right, you're in the top 1% of Twitch, basically right now. I looked up the numbers, so a lot of people might assume like Julia must have been really popular back in high school. They're like, she's pretty, she's talented, and all that. Their words, not mine. I would never say that about you. But, like, just to put some clarity on that assumption, were you a popular kid back in high school?
No, I was far from popular. I think.
Really?
I had a really small. My school was really really small.
Like, what was the
Like-
population count? If you could, like, pull it up.
Good question. Like 200.
That's in the entire school.
I think so. No, not that. No. That's like it was like if we were like 30 per class and there were 2 sections.
Oh, so like 60 students per batch. That's actually pretty small. Yeah, because I'm used to like seeing batches of like almost 100 plus more or less people. So that is kind of
Yeah,
small.
we were.
So you wouldn't consider yourself like a popular kid back in high school?
I wasn't popular, but I wasn't like
A loser.
oh yeah, I wasn't a loser as you would consider it. Like I was just kind of like people knew me, but I wasn't popular.
Like you regular kid. You like had a normal amount of friends, a handful.
Yeah.
They're friends of friends. Okay. I guess that's common for a small school, and I think like the whole popular kid thing isn't really like. Have you ever seen like were there actual popular kids back in your high school?
Yeah, like they're kids that almost everyone knew. Like they're the kind who like go for student council, and who are like sporty, who are in the clubs, go to competitions, that kind of thing.
All right, like that sounds like a very Japanese anime high school popular kid. It was like they're in clubs and student council, and they would go to competitions. Like, wait, no, that sounds like a freaking nerd. But like anime Japanese high school, yeah, that'd be a cool kid. No, but it's understandable. Like, I'm not gonna dox you by saying what kind of kids go to that high school or the other high school in that area or the other high school. I'm not even gonna dox your location now. My next question is how's the weather in Las Piñas? Oops.
Oh yes,
Yes.
I was doxxed.
No, but it's funny. Like I just have to say because like we're talking about you in high school and middle school, and you get bullied a lot, playfully teased more like, for looking like a kid. Because like a lot of people calling you 12 years old or 14, call you a teenager. I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, it's just to set the record straight. You can give us like a kind of range or your actual age if you're comfortable with that. Like, how old is Julia?
I'm 22.
You're in your early 20s.
22.
Would you believe there's this like certain thing where after 21, everything like all the ages kind of just blur under 40. Like between 21 and 40, it's just like everyone's kind of just part of the same pool.
Yeah.
It's on her Twitter. I know it's on her Twitter, but not everyone here follows her on Twitter. Follow her on twitter.com/Hooleeyah_. I hate the underscore as much as you do, but what can we do?
I hate it. Yeah.
Because it's funny right now. You're like 20, like 22 is that age where like, you know, you're it's suddenly dawning upon you that you're an adult, but also at the same time it's really really new to you, so you kind of just feel like a kid at the same time. But for those that have been watching you for a while, they've probably noticed the change in scenery, right?
Yes.
So you've recently moved out. Congratulations on that, by the way. I've congratulated before, but congratulations again. How long ago was that? You moved out like for?
It's been like 3 months.
It's been a quarter. It's been a quarter of a year. So you've been living independent. Actually, you moved out with your
2 to 3 months. Yeah. My brother.
with your brother. So it's just the two of you right now. But more or less, you kind of like more roommates than you are siblings in most of the time, right?
Yeah. We're just
So
chill.
yeah, it's basically it's we can count that as independence. You have a roommate, just happens to be your brother. It's been a quarter, and like a lot of people at this age still live with their folks, and it's not their fault. It's the economy, right? Some people have already moved out at this age. Some people are on the fence if they should like still stick with their families or also just like leave the nest and pursue an independent life. So, what are of like having spent independent life for the first 3 months right now? What was like something you wish someone told you before you moved out?
What is something
Like a couple
small?
of things. It doesn't have to be just one thing.
I think the most like thing that I spent on has been like furniture and like quality of life things.
Quality of life things, because like the furniture is easy. Like your bed is one of them. I'm
Yeah, this is
guessing.
my biggest expense.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how much did that put you down for? Just give us a range.
I'd say like 13K.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Uh,
for some people that's actually already one paycheck. You know, yikes. But like, when you say quality of life improvements, can you give us a handful of examples?
like let's say one I bought myself. I have two fans in my room because you have to be careful of like electric bill and stuff, right? So I don't, as much as possible, I don't try to use my aircon.
Oh, electric bill! You finally understand when your parents snag you about turn off the lights, don't overuse the
Yeah.
aircon. Used to be so annoying, but you understand
I'm gonna
now.
use aircon when I want, mom. But then now I'm like, oh no, it's adding up. I need to use.
Oh man, that's you really are. You're an adult now.
Yeah.
So you bought an extra electric fan just to save on electricity. I actually, you know what? That's a good idea. I should write that down.
Like since my bed is elevated, I can't buy like a regular fan, like the classic big ones, because it won't really reach me, right?
Mm.
So I bought myself this small fan that's in like I bought myself this desktop fan first of all, and it was fine. Like actually this could keep me like cold. I mean it could keep me like not hot throughout the night, but I'd have to keep it plugged in, and I need a USB-C, and I had one. No, micro USB, and I had one, but then it kind of broke, so it wouldn't charge it anymore. So I was like, oh no, this is too hassle. I need like another fan. So I bought myself a second fan. That's like you just plug it directly into the socket, and it's great. It makes me happy. You want to see it?
Yeah, actually, I want to see it. Yeah, show us.
I bought myself this fan. This it's tiny, but it's good wind. And
Can
it's
you
plugged to like.
can you send me the Shopee or Lazada link for that after the show?
300.
Yeah, I need
340.
I need to order one. I need to order one right now. The funny thing is, sorry, I just have to like I set my expectations for this because like I have a list of guests for the show, right? I have a list for the guests of the show, and I was like, I have OBB plays. You know OBB from the Dungeons and Dragons show, right?
Yeah.
So like I had OBB plays, and he's around the same age as Pat. So I actually thought like I would have like mundane adult old person conversations, probably with OBB. You were the least of my expectations to have this conversation with.
It's like moving out. Things that wouldn't make you happy before make you happy now. Like, oh, I got a microwave. Oh my god, I got an air fryer. It's like,
All right, you got an air fryer. Wow,
yeah,
you're a superior human being now.
I made the leap.
Do you still have your snacks with you? Show us what you made.
No,
on
I
your-
just ate it. I finished it, but I made squid balls and cheese sticks.
Squid balls and
It's so
air
great.
fried. Less oil.
Yeah, there's like I didn't see any oil.
Did you like? It's a meme right now, right? Like people with air fryers are superior. Like it's a meme. It's a meme, right? But do you have any idea like where that meme originated? Like why is it a meme where people with air fryers are superior? Can you like do you have
Maybe
an
because
idea?
it's just like a different, like it's like a new appliance. Because basically, an air fryer is sort of like a glorified oven.
Kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what my brother said at least, and he's a chef, so it's like an oven basically.
Wait.
And
Your brother is a chef.
yeah, he's lazy to cook, so.
Okay, I was about to ask now. Like, you must be eating good every now and then. Like, no, he's lazy. To cook. Like, okay, that confirms things.
Yeah, that's why I'm left to my own devices, and therefore I bought myself an air fryer. But yeah, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, I'm using an oven, but it's built differently. So
I always thought it was like something about like fitness buffs saying like there's no oil, but I can eat fried food, so like I'm healthier and I'm therefore better than you.
that too.
So you've been cooking a lot. You've been cooking a lot now, right? You've been cooking. I assume you've been cooking a lot. Don't tell me you've been ordering out too much, Julia.
I'm trying not to. I'm doing my best not to, but I think because there was a time where our groceries were running very low and they took forever to arrive, so we ordered like 4 days straight or something.
Oh god.
Woo!
You know what?
It was so
That's understandable sometimes. It happens. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easier if you split it with your roommate, your brother in this case. But like, I remember as well. You like when you were moving out. One of the things you bought as your quality of life improvements for your water container. What was it?
It's a tap. It's like it's basically this instead of buying a dispenser, it's basically this little like tap that you just put onto the lid and you screw it on, and then it has a stand which makes the container tilt downwards, so it just pours straight into the cup with a little
It's a
lever.
little attached. It's a tap with a stand.
Yeah,
And can you
exactly.
describe to everyone how happy you were to have received that?
It was so like because we were buying water, like you know those big liter convenience store water things.
Dude, that's like 90 plus pesos, almost 100 for the 6-liter container. It's not really a scam, but like how much is a container of water? Like the big
60.
60 pesos. Yeah, in our place it's like 35,
Wow.
right? But ours is like the square one, not the round one. It's the same price, but it's a location based thing. But like that compared to like 100 plus
Yeah,
for
and it's
less
more.
water, right?
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So we were like, oh, we have water. But the thing that made us even happier was when we got ice trays.
Oh, dude, ice trays are like, especially I love cold water. Do you love cold water? You like cold water?
Who doesn't love cold water?
Who doesn't love cold water? Right?
Oh.
Ice, like, it got so annoying to the point that I was so happy that my roommates got extra pitchers for the fridge. Because, like, we'd run out of cold water so fast. I'm like, ah. And then there's no ice in the ice trays. Like, something like just an extra pitcher. I'm pretty sure you bought your first frying pan or whatever, or skillet.
My brother brought some with him already, so we were good.
You also have a microwave. Is your stove fixed?
No, we had a burner. So to be like it's basically a induction cooker type thing. But then that broke for some reason. I don't know why. So now we're using my grill again. My Korean grill that I bought for stream.
The hot plate.
Yeah.
Very
But it has
college
a
thing.
bowl. It has a bowl.
It's actually quite a nifty device.
So
I'm
nice
ac-
clean.
I hate to say it, but congratulations! You finally graduated past Milo sandwich levels.
Yes.
You actually know how to cook now. But don't dispute it. Just let me have this moment, okay? All right, moment gone. But like after all these these little joys and little victories, after moving out, like, what is like one of the things you miss most about your life before independence? There has to be something.
Yeah, I do miss I miss having like a house to walk around. Because here you can't really walk around. Like if this was not quarantine, I'd be fine. Like because I can go out and stuff. But yeah, like before we moved out, we would have like my dad would have like a stationary bicycle that I could do workout stuff on, and now I'm like so lazy to work out. I miss not doing the dishes.
All right.
Yeah.
So now you guys take shifts. Pretty sure you
Actually-
also miss not paying rent, but like.
Yeah, I miss having more money than I should. I miss, my pet.
My condolences, by the way.
Yeah. And yeah, I miss my parents, of course, and not using the aircon whenever I want, having faster internet.
You're the youngest sibling in your family, right? You're the youngest child. You're the youngest child. Now that you've moved out, I'm pretty sure like this probably happens. I'm not a parent, so I wouldn't know, and I'm the eldest, so like I'm probably not sure how this hits my parents, but like you being the youngest, empty nest syndrome might be hitting your parents a lot harder now. Like,
Yeah.
how clingy have they been ever since you moved out?
Well, the first like week, they were very, very clingy. Like they would just randomly call me for no reason. They like they would call and I'd be like, "Oh, hello," and he's like, "Hey, I saw what you did with your room." I'm like, "Oh yeah, thanks."
That's so
Yeah,
cute.
I fixed it. It's like it was so random, and then like my brother he goes back to our village sometimes, and whenever he visits the house to get something. Oh yeah, speaking of ice, our first like few weeks, we actually got ice from our house. Like my brother would bring a Tupperware of ice home. Anyway,
That's crazy.
so like my dad would see him at the door and he'd be like, "Hey, you want this?" And it's like the Frabelle chicken skin sriracha thing.
That's so good.
And then like and then he said like my dad kind of was baiting him to come back more often so that he could give him more chicken skin.
All right, we just have to acknowledge the presence of our fellow Monka fam member who raided us.
At that.
Fat finger raid. Oh come on! It was one moment. You guys are never gonna let me live that down, huh? Hey Pat. Look, out of all the Monka fam members, I expected to have this kind of conversation with Pat because he's the oldest, right? I'm talking about old people things with you. But like, God damn it. All right, welcome to EHAPIWOT episode 2. We have Julia, and we're talking about her experiences of her moving out and her newfound independence and all the perks and responsibilities that come with it. So you're talking about like getting food from your parents, like getting a care package from your parents, like one of the most the best experiences ever, right? Like they have a tendency to like sometimes overfeed you.
Yeah, like
pretty
they
su-
would send some food.
I'm pretty sure your mom like sent you a ton.
Not lately, but for a while, it's like, oh yeah, I was cooking dinner and I cooked some extra. Here, have some. They have like tofu steak and chapter and stuff like
Oh
that.
my god, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Like after all this is done and you get to visit your parents again, it's gonna hit different. I'm telling you. Coming from experience, like when I eat at my parents' house, it's just like I hadn't realized how much I was starving and how deprived I was. And
Yeah.
they prepare a feast every time, every time. So you have that to look forward to. Funnily enough, we talk about your parents. Your dad has made an appearance on your stream
Yes.
quite a number of times, and there's that one time where people kind of just recognized who he was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna drop names, but let's just ask the question: How was it like growing up with a, and not just your dad, like your probably your whole a lot of your family members as well, right? But like your dad is like your like it's your dad. You live with him.
Yeah.
How is it like growing up with a famous figure?
When I was young, like still, I think like until middle school or so, he wasn't really in any shows. He was more like in the back end of like the production side of it.
All right.
And so, but then when he got booked on that show,
You're not gonna say the show, are you? I won't.
I don't
It's totally up to you. It's totally up to you to say what show he's in.
if you know, you know. When
If
he,
you know, you know. Sorry guys, we're not gonna reveal who her dad is, or what show he's
But-
in.
Yeah, but when he got booked and stuff, at first there wasn't that much, but when I remember, going to the malls and people be like, "Oh, is he? Oh, is he?" Blah blah blah, and then I would have to like stand aside and they'd take pictures. It wasn't that often though. Like it wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it at all. It's not like because it's different from since he's older. They treat him differently than let's say like Nadine Lustre or something.
Did you just
Where-
compare your dad to Nadine Lustre?
I'm just thinking of a hipper figure. As Pat would say, hipper, but like,
No, you
like
just compare. You just compared your dad to Nadine Lustre. It's fine.
the younger ones, because those are the ones they tend to stalk more. They tend to be more involved in like, oh, what's she doing today?
Wasn't he kind of like the matinee idol back in the day? Wasn't he like a teen idol or something?
Back in the day,
Mm.
but I wasn't alive then.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, you weren't alive back then.
Yeah.
So like they treat him with a little more reverence, right?
Yeah, it's just like chill. Like they just want their picture with him and like a video, and that's pretty much it. They don't follow him.
I'm just here to
Oh,
remind
that's
you,
it.
you've got 2 more jabs left. All right,
Okay.
that's good. So, having your dad kind of dabble in the whole show business thing, and you have a family of creatives. Does that like influence your decision to go into content creation in any way whatsoever?
Content creation, not exactly, because again, like growing up, I was super shy. I think I was the shyest from all my siblings, because all my siblings they got into like show business in some way. Like my sister would do like hosting. My brother, my eldest brother, Kuya Agala, that people
Yeah.
know. He's not really like a showbiz person, but when he was younger, he would dance, and he used to be like a backup dancer.
Oh, so they would do a lot of things that involve like being in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, and then my brother that I live with now, not he wasn't really into showbiz, but he would have like a lot of connections and friends and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, I
so
was like
very
the hermit.
outgoing people.
Yeah.
It seems like, would you consider yourself an introvert?
Yes.
So like, I don't think it's very apparent whenever you go live that you're.
Really?
I mean, you're like when you go live, you're very responsive and very talkative. Sometimes a little too much, and sometimes I don't like the things you say. But that's besides the point. I don't. Okay, I don't. I don't like. I don't dislike all the things you say. I just hate it when it's something bad about me. But, um, like that takes practice. I also asked Pat this question because Pat is self-proclaimed. Like he also says that he's an introvert, and he recharges. It's not very apparent when you guys go live. So like, were you always the same kind of talkative, responsive person you were when you started going live on Twitch, or like was it something you developed over time, and how?
Before I answer, can I take my second jab?
Take your second jab.
Hey, people dislike the way you play Yoru, but you play him anyway. Anyway, so
I'm just letting that sink in for a moment. All right, you got one more jab.
okay. Anyway, um, sorry.
No. Just go. Just, no. I'll have you know, I had one of the captains call me Yoru God on stream. But then again, albeit it was a very, very doctored video that only highlighted my good plays, which is only 10% of the time. But go on, continue, answer the question.
Yeah, Yoru got a death. Sorry.
That was your third. You know what? That's a free jab. That's a free jab. You have one more. You have one more jab. You have one more Valorant jab left
Okay.
in your allowance.
Okay. Anyway, so if you actually watch some of my older VODs, I was really quiet. Especially like I'm really sad that I never saved my first stream because I wasn't expecting to grow as much as I have. But like when I remember my first stream, I was really quiet. I'd be like, "Hey guys, welcome," and stuff like that. And I was just playing TFT silently, and someone was coaching me. Someone was backseating me. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But yeah, I used to be much more quiet. I think me talking as much as I can now has been just due to experience, and I feel like I'm usually shy. Like even till now, even though I've been streaming for a lot, in real life I'm still really shy, and
I find that hard to believe, but
with people I don't know.
I mean that's kind of normal. But go on.
But like when I was in school, let's say if I had to do a presentation, I would like bring out all the energy I had, present as efficiently as possible. So it's kind of like that. Like streaming is my most extroverted self showcased.
I mean, it is like no, it's a skill. It's a skill to kind of like be social despite you actually being an introvert, and it's something you've developed over time and something you've mastered so well. I'll commend you for that. But it's kind of hard because like I wasn't there from the start. But I'm trying to imagine like the shy Julia. Could you give us your best impression of what you were like during your first stream? Just go on. Just pretend I'm not here.
Okay, I'd be like, I think I was doing that. I was in this like sitting position. I was on my bed. I didn't want anyone to hear me. So, and I barely had any lights in my room. So I had like this one emergency light, the ones that you charge.
Mm-hmm.
I had one emergency light in front of me and it was on my laptop and I was just like, like, hey, welcome to my stream. So yeah, we're gonna play TFT today. Hi everyone. Wow, there's 10 of you. That's so nice. And yeah, I would just let someone coach me when I was playing TFT, like someone random in chat.
Okay, that's interesting. That's so different from what you are now. But then again, I a lot of people are saying it in chat. But do you agree that there's a performative aspect when it comes to streaming? Would you agree? Like there's a performative aspect to it.
Yeah, of course.
I hate to break like EHAPIWOT is like one of the purposes of the show is to like explore the streamer outside of the stream. So it's okay if you break character a little bit now, up to whatever level of comfort you have. But would you say? Okay, let me just rephrase it. How big of a difference is Twitch.tv/Hooleeyah, purple checkmark and everything, to Julia?
I think they're more. I mean, I'm more or less like I'm not being disingenuous or anything, right?
Mhm.
I feel like me on stream, like I have the same personality. It's just that it's just a more like upbeat, um, talkative version of myself. Cause yeah, like cause if I were to talk to a bunch of strangers in real life, then I'd be like scared. Like I'm scared to ask people for directions in real life. I'm that kind of person. So I don't know. It's much easier. And like if I were to be asked to sing in front of like a crowd in real life, I'd be super super scared.
So like, you wouldn't sing in front of a crowd, in live.
I'm open to it, but
You're open to
I'd
it.
have to
You're open
yeah
to it.
I'd be super like I'd have to psych myself.
Chat is my witness. I am here taking note of that. Because as soon as
Okay.
quarantine ends and we're all somewhat allowed to go out, and there's a certain cafe along Maginhawa that has open mics, and I love their burgers, by the way. And I think the owners just got engaged. Congratulations, by the way, Alex and Cloyd. Um, so like they hold open mics, and if they start opening up again, I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm not even gonna run it by you. I'm just gonna sign you up.
Oh.
Let's do it. No, we'll do it. Let's do it. We'll do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Your first live performance. We'll set it up. Come on. Nagpapa-sponsor na talaga to sa Jess and Pats. Jess and Pats, you know what? Sponsor me, sponsor you. I don't know. Just give us free strawberry milk every now and then as payment. We'll take it. They're still open, I know, but like with MECQ Flex Game of the Year edition, Dream Drop Distance, Taylor's version going around, it's I don't think it's really safe for us to go.
Yeah.
But it's I'm trying to imagine it. Like, can you just picture, like, describe to us the scenery from your perspective. It's just that you're at a cafe. It's your turn up at the mic. What do you see? What do you notice? Let's play some theater of the mind here.
People.
How many people are you expecting?
5.
Okay, I'm here
I don't know, like
I'm here to tell you now, at that certain cafe you should expect at least a dozen,
okay.
at least a dozen people, plus the other performers. So like more or less 20 people, at least. But go on, 5 people, sure. How do they look? How are they looking at you? Describe their facial expressions.
I'm hoping they're just focusing on their food.
Too bad this cafe focuses on the performers as well. It's known for that. Are you panicking a little bit inside?
Yes.
Don't worry.
My fight or flight is triggered.
Okay. Just imagine there 3 out of these 5 people are me, Pat, and Paru. And if Jamie is, in town, sure, 4 people.
Okay.
And then John, Archtrap, and the other DJ and Scott are also in the back doing that stupid face. That kind of just makes it a little more comfortable, right? Because I'm pretty sure, like, if I ask chat right now, if Julia were to do a live show, like, gonna be one of the performers, like, in Quezon City, would you guys go? It's an easy question. QC. A lot of people in chat are from QC. You don't need to say who you are, but, like, right? See, Peter says, I defend 100%, and he's far from QC. I know where Peter lives. I know the area he lives in, but, like, right? Rico would go. Gab would go. That's literally 15 minutes from me. He knows the place I'm talking about. Like, a lot of people would go. So there would be a lot of people going, but you wouldn't have to worry because a lot of people would enjoy it. They already enjoy your live performance on stream. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna hear it through a different mic. You might not have reverb as much as you want unless you ask the sound guy, but like, I just You have an amazing singing voice. You gotta own it. Like, I'm not even saying that you can sing, but like you can sing good. You have riffs. I'm just really curious as to who your musical influences are when it comes to your vocals.
Good question.
Yeah, right. Because like you can tell one of mine really easily.
Kermit the Frog. Okay.
Oh no, Kermit the Frog and Shakira. Sure, same.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, my hips don't lie. It's not a feeling, boy.
Hmm. I'm not sure if I have a specific, like a very specific.
There's an easy way to figure this out. Actually, it's like who would you cover a lot when you were starting out?
You're starting out.
Yeah, you said you would sing a lot and record yourself back in middle school and high school. So like back in middle school and high school, who would you cover a lot? Unless you have original songs that we don't know about.
No. I could never. But I remember like Taylor Swift a bit, like when I was really young, middle school.
So Taylor Swift. Okay, I guess we can count that as an influence.
My like what do you call this? My music taste like fluctuated a lot. There's like I had a Lana Del Rey phase.
You had a Lana Del Rey phase.
Yeah.
All right.
Like Marina and the Diamonds type of thing. But I don't think like they super influence the way I sing now. I guess I don't know. I had like an indie girl phase.
This
and
was
I
back
still
in
like
college, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like late high school to college, the K-pop phase.
Oh right, I remember you basically made me a 17 playlist back when we started talking to each other.
Mm-hmm. I like since I can't really like belt, like I'm not the the super, you know what I'm saying? Like
You know why?
why?
Because you've only ever been singing in a house.
I try belting sometimes, but
No, but like no. We'll do this one experiment. We'll write it down for content ideas for a video or whatever. We have to go to a studio because you need the proper environment to actually try. I didn't think I could belt before, but then I used to sing at church and I tried studios, and like really just proper technique. You could like I'm pretty sure I can get you to belt in like 2 hours. Practice. Write that down. That should be like a Monka fan video where we do a studio thing, or a YouTube video for your channel or mine. But that's yeah, that you never tried to belt. Is there a memorable experience where you actually tried and it just stuck with you for some reason?
to belt
Yeah.
and like it failed or like it succeeded.
It doesn't matter fail or succeeded. I just need you to pull a memory that just really stuck with you. I'm pretty sure there is one.
Hmm. I would sing a lot of Hairspray.
Oh, Good Morning Baltimore.
Yeah, that kind of
Right.
stuff. Yeah, some Disney songs also make you belt.
No, when we do our belting experiment, I'm gonna make you do Panic. This is gospel.
Ooh.
Yeah. Can you try right now? Would your brother mind if you actually tried right now?
What?
If you tried, like, I'm gonna turn off the music. Hold on. Like, just your most powerful. If you love me, let me go. That's falsetto, is it?
I'm shy.
No, you have to. You have to try it. It's for
No,
content.
it's
You have to try. You don't even have to belt it. It's your most comfortable volume and key. Like, if you love me, let me go.
Some other time. I hate Tuipas, but I feel like it's a Christmas party and my tita's making me sing or something.
Yeah, your kuya's making you sing right now. Do it.
No.
Come on.
It's so on the spot some other time. I'm not prepared.
How would you sing it normally? Julia style. You're a singer. We wouldn't expect I would make you sing on the show. Of course I would make you sing. Do it.
We are not the if you love me, let me go. There.
Right? That's the Julia style. Now try a little higher.
Higher, like in
One
pitch.
step. Yeah, one step higher. One step higher.
If you
If
love me, let me go.
Okay, one more.
If you love me, let me go.
You're going falsetto now. One more without falsetto.
If you love me, let me go.
You just really have a okay. We'll work on that. You know what? Like one of the techniques that no, this is funny. This is funny because like I just noticed it like because I didn't receive formal training, but I did get trained by like a really good husband and wife that really sang well, and the wife would always tell me when I was trying to hit high notes, she'd always say, "Open your mouth." Her reach is probably higher. It is. She's just like you would. If you love me, let me go. You have to open up so your throat like just widens, but also it comes with a lot of volume. If I go any higher right now, my roommate's gonna knock on my door and tell me to shut up. No, actually, he tells me, I say, keep it down, Nico. The neck, keep it down, neck, please. Okay, but like, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that. You're gonna surprise people. We're gonna do a This Is Gospel cover one of these days where you're just gonna be like belting, right?
Okay.
Before you know it, we can actually do a different Brendan Urie song. Into the unknown. Into the yeah. But like, we really do need to do one more music collab, other than the Steven Universe one. Like we threw around ideas of like what we should cover together, right? Do you remember any of the songs we like? Where you're spitballing ideas?
We tried Lover, right?
Yeah, we tried Lover. Yeah.
Sober.
We did try Sober. We also tried that one Daniel Caesar song. What was that? Best Part. We tried Best Part, right?
Yeah.
But like it's hard kasi like Discord the whole Discord timing thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's quite possible.
I'm gonna try something now, like we're gonna do a cappella and just a delay. You're just gonna sing the first verse and chorus, and I'll sing the second verse. But there's a delay after the first chorus, where I jump in. You wanna try that?
Okay.
Try whatever key you're comfortable with. I'll match you.
So I'll have to deal with your delay.
No. You just sing, and then we're not gonna like overlap. I'm just gonna jump in on the second verse, just to see if like there's something we can work with here. That eventually I'll be motivated to record something for you.
So we won't sing at the same time.
We won't sing at the same time. I'm just gonna come in at the second verse, and see if I can match your key. I just really want to find out what key you are. I'm forcing you to sing a cappella on the show.
So weird. What song?
Best Part.
Oh. It's such a long song. Wait. How about I just sing the first verse before, like, it's
Just-
not a chorus.
Just sing the
after.
first. Just sing the first few lines.
Okay. You don't know, babe, when you hold me, you kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing.
And it don't change. If I had it my way, you would know that you are. Wow, wait. That was actually pretty comfortable. That was a comfortable key. All right. Let's put a pin on that. That was that. We should do that. Ah! I'm kind of excited. But like, all right, since all the songs were love songs, and there are a lot of people watching right now. I'm about to ask them the question that everybody's been dying to ask you. All right, only here. It's an exclusive. Everybody's gonna find out here right now. Everybody wants to know this. I'm pretty sure chat wants to know this. I'm about to ask you a really, really spicy question. All right, are you ready for this? You ready for this? You ready for this? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. All right, Julia. Everybody's wondering about your love life,
Uh-huh.
and if there's a guy in the picture. So I'm here to ask you the burning question: who is your boyfriend, and what anime is he from?
He is um Nifuji from Watakoi.
Oh my god! Wait, what? Can you type that in chat? Because I don't.
Nifuji.
All right, here we go. It's you speak. The funny thing is, you speak Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
did you take lessons for that? You took lessons for that, right?
yeah, I took a 10 class course.
Just say something random to me right now.
Um, Niko no kawa busu desu.
What does that mean?
Wait, I'm gonna make sure I said that right.
Baka, Julia, baka.
Kopaka.
Eh, urusai. No, no, no.
Oh wait, I think I said it wrong.
Now, a lot of people would actually be dying to ask you about your love life, but as your kuya, I'm just saying, you're bata ka pa, bawal muna, okay? Wag muna, bawal pa. Guys, just bawal pa. Bawal pa. She's baby pa. Baby pa si Julia. Bawal pa.
I'm baby.
I'm baby. But like, okay, just so that people don't get blue balled, all right? Like, I guess just so that we can give them a little something. Like, just describe your ideal partner. And what anime he's from.
Hirotaka Nifuji.
What is it about Hirotaka Nifuji that actually makes you compelled to call him your husbando?
He's a gamer. And he's really good. Plus he cares he cares a lot about Narumi, his girlfriend in the show. I mean me. And then like he cares a lot about her, and then he kind of shy to show it, but then when he does show it, it's like really heartwarming, you know?
Oh.
It's just so it's not like he's like it's not
He's
like
not Kupal.
mean.
He's not Kupal, basically.
Yeah, he's just like he's the very reserved, like deadpan type of character.
So you
But
want
then-
your ideal guy is someone who's cool and is good at what they do.
Yeah, and just and then the normal things like funny, someone I vibe with, spend a lot of time with, etc.
True. Stoic. Stoic is a good word. Dodge through in. But like as we mentioned at the start of the show, it's like I'd be surprised if you manage to fit in something like that in your already busy schedule. Sticker shop, content creation, full-time job, right? Among other things, you create content on 3 different platforms. I have to include TikTok, YouTube, Twitch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like something in your immediate like thoughts. But that's good to know. Someone cool, stoic, collected, good at what they do.
Not necessarily stoic. It's just that I like the contrast, you know.
The contrast, like they're just cold with everyone else, but when it comes to you, they're a freaking puppy. Jeez. But actually, that's actually something that's really that's a very common denominator, you would say. Not just with your taste, but like a lot of people find attractiveness in someone who is good at what they do. Like I'm pretty sure like a big part of what makes you attractive. This is weird for me to say because you're like a sister and a puppy to me, a sister puppy. But is that you're good at what you do? You're or rather not just good at what you do, but you are adequately skilled in a lot of different things. And one of those things I want to point out because we already tackled your music, right? We even got a sample about it. But like, let's dive into another one of your multifaceted creative skill sets. When it comes to your love for the visual arts, what's your major in college again?
Multimedia arts.
Multimedia arts. From that one Konyo school across the street from that well-known Konyo school, but they're all one LaSalle, so. Sorry. For the okay, while we, dude, Barry, like when we talk about your school, we have to talk in like our native tongue there, okay? G.
I guess I'm G, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, yeah.
Or no, don't worry, don't worry. We got you. We got you. You don't have to make it like super exaggerated. Just your level of comfort with the accent and the native dialect. All right?
Okay, I guess.
I mean, that's it. I can hear a little. I can hear a lot of Taft in how you're talking right now.
There's a lot in like the intonation, kasi.
I know, right? It's like, Pare, it's just the way you say things, and sometimes it's like in the minor word choices, right? But was like multimedia arts. You're like, Pare, was it like your first choice?
Yeah, actually, because my kuya, when I was still young, he was also multimedia arts, and he would trying to think of how to
Yeah,
make
just
more
translating in
audio.
her head how to say it.
He would like show me all of his like plates, and I'd be like, wow, I want to like go at that one day. I can't.
Okay, I would like to go at that one day. I'm just gonna put a full stop on that whole segment right there. Jeez. But it really was your first choice, and I'm pretty sure even before then you were one that always doodled. I mean, I saw some of your old doodles. They're adorable, by the way.
Yeah.
But like, your day job right now is your graphic designer, illustrator.
Yes.
But like, while you were studying, what were you hoping to pursue?
Back when I was like in high school, because I started doing graphic design in high school, and then in my first year of college, I was like, yeah, I want to be like, I want to work in an ad agency. I want to make graphic design, do ads.
Wait,
And I'm like,
ad agency talaga yung initial target mo back
Yeah,
then?
like-
Oh God.
so weird.
Wait, don't you work for an ad agency right now?
No, it's a content marketing studio.
Uh,
Is it?
We're not an ad agency. We're a content
We're
marketing
the
studio.
air fryer of ad agency.
We're the air fryers of ad agencies.
But yeah, like it's not as cutthroat, I think, as ad agencies. And
Yeah,
we don't really do ads. We're more like social media and flyer type of things.
Yeah, because you don't like do hardcore campaigns and like brand activations and all that, right?
Yeah.
Because that, like, I think the deadlines for those are more like
Yeah, they kind of work you more.
I mean, if you did work for an ad agency with the kind of schedules they have, do you think you could do the things you do outside of your job right now?
No, I think I'd be miserable. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I just thought of an ad agency back then because it was like the only thing I really knew. It's like graphic designer, yeah, ad agency. I didn't really know what else there was.
Shout out to our creatives, our friends, the creatives in the ad agency life. Hold on.
Hold on,
We believe in you.
my condolences.
It's not an easy gig. I'm pretty sure like most of this what you're hearing right now is sort of like, is it first hand experience or is it like, do you have friends who tell you about their horror stories? Buhay ahensya, they would call it, you know?
Not really, but I just heard about it from like, I guess like my profs and Daniil. They're just like general speak, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's a really common thing. It's like it's the memes and the actual horror stories you hear. It's sort of like it's. I don't think I could survive in such an environment. But good thing you didn't push through, follow through with your high school self's dreams. But you do a lot of, like, aside from the work you do in your day job, which is, at this point, I'm pretty sure it's just work, right?
Yeah.
There's no soul in it whatsoever. I mean, it's just fine. It puts food on the table.
Yeah.
It puts food
You
on the
gotta do
table.
what you gotta do.
Especially now that you moved out, you kind of need it.
Yeah.
But other than the stickers and drawing on stream, is there like some kind of visual media endeavor you would like to pursue?
Another thing that I kind of developed in like my later years of college that I wanted to do was children's book illustration.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy hypothetical here. If you were to write a children's book, what would it be about? What would it be about, and what would it be called? There are a lot of topics you can choose from. Like the first one that pops into your mind, we'll brainstorm it.
I probably have the main character be like some sort of animal or something, or a creature, because it's like kind of like drawing humans in a stylized form is so hassle sometimes. You'd rather just have like a little round creature with like nubs for fingers and hands and stuff.
All right. So, what random animal would this be?
It's called Nico Plays Cage. Sorry.
You'd make a
I don't-
children's book starring me. You'd think I'd get offended?
Maybe if it was called Nico and the Fat Finger.
Nico and the Fat Finger. You could Dr. Seuss it up. Nico had a hand, fingers of 5, but he said a really bad thing while he was live. It's not a bad text or a witch's hex. He really just said he fat fingered his ex.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, Paru says Nico and the fat finger. That doesn't sound like it's for children. I mean, if you're gonna go that route, drawing an animal for a book that doesn't sound like it's for children, you might as well do furry fan art. I mean, there's lots of money there, I heard. Have you ever considered doing furry fan art?
Maybe if someone asked me to, then I wouldn't mind. Like I already drew something for Madame Ao. It was fun.
No, but just I don't think you understand the gravity of the hypothetical. Yes.
Like NSFW.
Yes. NSFW furry art. Lots of money.
If
the
I
price is
got
right.
lots of money, sure. I
All right, you heard it here. You heard it here. Anybody who's looking for NSFW furry commissions, Julia is open. Name your price. She's open for negotiations. It's on the table. That's what's important, right? I just needed to know, like, does Julia have morals or standards or limitations when it comes to her artistic services? Apparently not. So that's on the table.
Oh, super random story, but those like Fabio type novels, like
The romance novels, yeah.
like erotica type whatever.
I know what you're describing. You don't have to go any further.
I made covers for a series once when I was younger, but
How young
it
were
was
you?
College.
How young were you? Julia? Okay. She's above 18. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that wasn't gross. It was just like abs.
Like bare-chested, long flowing hair and all that.
Yeah, or like you didn't even show the face. It was just like abs.
You had to
and,
just
like,
draw.
a line.
You just had to draw abs.
I know. I didn't have to draw it. I just had to. They gave me like stock pictures of like
Oh, you had to lay it out.
abs, and then I just had to like make it look the part.
You had to like stare at abs for like several hours. Must have been terrible for
Yeah.
you.
Horrible, man.
Funny random story related to that. I worked in a game studio before. I even worked in video games. I worked in this one game studio where one of the games was it was a mobile game where you'd have to wax people,
Oh,
like wax body hair. And one of the levels of that game, you have to wax like a really hairy dude. And you know what? I'm a programmer. I don't really have to look at the art too much. I just felt really bad for the artist because it was this one dude who had to look at reference pictures of hairy men for like 8 hours a day. Could you do something like that? Like,
if it got me a lot of money, then sure.
all right, You can actually take a lot of these clips and put them in your resume or something.
Uh,
Willing to draw furry fan art. Willing to draw hairy people.
hey, hairy people's almost like furry fan art.
It's just like a few anatomy changes away. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I already asked the who's your boyfriend, what anime is he from, right? God, that was like supposed to be my best joke for the show.
Oh.
Now we talk about your ideal guy, your ideal job, your ideal. Look, okay. You get to go to one live concert for free.
Ooh.
Any artist, living or dead. Who would it
Okay.
be?
Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys? You're a big Arctic Monkeys fan?
Yes.
But like,
And like they never come here, so it's the most rare, like less likely to happen.
I'm just one. Wait, hold on. Renfrost just said something in chat. FF14. What does it mean? What does this mean? What do you mean FF14?
Oh my gosh, FF14, you mean the game that is free to level 60, including the award-winning DLC Heavensward?
Close enough. You said it, not me. Uh, you tried installing it, right? I should really help you troubleshoot that. Look, guys, it's just living proof. Julia actually attempted to try it out. She just ran into some technical issues.
Yeah.
So when you hear her groan whenever I plug it, just know she actually tried signing up. Not a lot of people are gonna fall in. Have you ever played MMORPGs?
Yeah. I played Dragon Nest, Tree of Savior, Black Desert Online.
Oh yeah, you did have a short stint with Black Desert Online. I was there on the Discord call when you tried it. You never
That was,
spent
like,
too
me
much time.
returning to
Oh,
it.
that was you
I
returning
played,
to it.
Yeah, I played before pa.
How many hours did you put in?
I'm not sure, but I made it till almost, because there was a certain level, like I think like level 50 that you have to reach, so that you can get it for free. I was like 43 or something, like 48. I just missed it.
Oh, and then you went back in when it actually became free. Talaga.
Well, it was another promo again to try to make it free, but then I got lazy to grind it again.
No, but like the whole MMO experience is like it's the whole part that makes it fun is playing with friends.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing with friends and speaking of what's happening tomorrow, let's talk D&D.
Ooh, okay.
Right. So, for the uninitiated, I mean, most of the people here already know more or less how to play it or what goes on, but like, I want you to describe to us your first time trying to figure it out. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I wasn't your first time playing D&D. I mean, I have to say things in complete sentences with proper context. I wasn't your first DM when you were playing D&D, right?
No, yeah.
But like, you were new to it. You were new to the whole thing. Describe to us the experience of being new to the whole thing, because it's very daunting for new.
Yeah.
Like, so many numbers, so many tables and lists, and like it's a very mysterious. Like, oh no, do I need to bring a calculator, a ruler? You don't have to. But
When
how
I
was it for you?
when I didn't know anything about D&D at first, I was so confused. Like, how do you fight? How do you do anything? Like, is everything just your imagination? Is there no like story, or like is there no specific roadmap or something? Because you're thinking of like traditional board games or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like also the like this dungeon master really dictates everything that happens. Like, how does he think of what to do or what to say? So that was like I had no idea how it went on. But then before I started playing any D&D game campaign, I listened to Dungeons and Daddies.
Oh, so you had like some background knowledge already going in.
Yeah, so like when I started listening to Dungeons and Daddies, I was like, oh, so that's how it works. I was like, and then like I also kind of got the idea of how creative you can be with your like roles and your actions and what you choose to
Okay.
do.
Before you continue, you say Dungeons and Daddies, you forget the tagline. You forgot it.
Not a BDSM podcast.
Right. Okay, continue.
um, but yeah, it helped me kind of understand better. But when I first it helped me figure out the story aspect of it. But when it came to the numbers and like all your like packs, like the like explorers pack and like your
Mm.
items and stuff, my first DM, my friend Typhronosaur, he walked me through it. Like basically just told me the rules, like, oh yeah, these are like your starting numbers, just place them wherever. And then I also would watch like a few short videos. I think my first character was Warforged, so I tried to watch like a short like intro to Warforged stuff or like
Ah,
some Reddit stuff, so I could think of where to place, like, should I have more constitutions or blah blah blah.
you did your due diligence. You put the work in.
Yeah, I tried to understand it as much as I could before, going.
And you ended up enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah, the first campaign I played was really short too, so it was not bad.
But like that's your experience as a player, and I don't think a lot of people know you've actually had experience being a dungeon master for one session.
Yes, that was fun.
Like, how was the experience? The difference between like being a player and a dungeon master.
Being a player is, it's more easy breezy because all you need to do is portray your character and do your best in the situation. Because there's not much you can do. Like you can't go like in a normal game. You can't just grind and get really strong. You really have to go along with the story as if it were happening,
Mm.
and
You have to
just
live it, right?
yeah, you have to just do with what you make do with what you have. But being a dungeon master, thinking of like a proper flow and sequence the stories is so hard. I had a one shot and I spent like weeks just thinking of how, like, oh my gosh, okay, is this gonna be too fast? Will they solve this too quickly? Will they take too long here? What's the twist? Who's the boss fight? How many health points should the boss have? How OP should they be? Will they be able to even fight them? Will they like die too much from this person? It's hard to think of it, like, to make it fair for
You had a
everyone.
really good puzzle in your one shot.
Thank you.
I just hated the theme. It's like I hated and loved it at the same time. It was just like,
Yeah.
really, Julia, Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing D&D. But that was really great. And, like I was laughing the whole time. I was so proud, but I was laughing as well at how much prep time you put into that. It was well thought out. It showed, and a lot of my players on that, a lot of my guests really enjoyed it. You, I remember my friend and my college batchmate was in that game, and her college batchmate. So like, I asked her like, how was Julia as a DM? She's like, she was good. She was great. I had so much fun. It's like she's really talented. I'm like, oh. Oh, she said that about you. That's it.
Yay!
But like, not a lot of people know how much prep time goes into the whole DM process.
Yeah. I
So
mean, if you had like a story already, like, those ready-made stories online or something,
Yeah,
then
that's.
it would be easier.
I mean
But taking the home
that's how Wizards they sell the books ready made already.
yeah.
But it's interesting because it shows that you're the kind of person that really you're a creative thinker. You're very quick on your feet. I've said this before. I know a lot of our dynamic on stream is a lot of bickering, and I make fun of you a lot and talk down on you and call you a child and call you ugly and call you a doo-doo head and call you just really really inadequate in certain areas and just call you lots of mean stuff. I had a point here. What was it again? Right. No, but really, you are one of my very first friends on Twitch. Let me just make that clear. You're one of my very first friends on Twitch. You said you weren't expecting to grow as soon as you did. My prediction was on the mark for the purple check mark. I predicted when she would get it, and I was right. How does it feel being partnered?
You know, I thought once I was partnered, all my troubles would go away. Like, I thought, like, man,
Uh,
I can't wait to get the partner so I don't have to care about my viewership anymore. But man, I still care about it. So it's not that different. Like, I still, it has its own burdens because like when you're an affiliate, you're like, man, I want my viewership so much to grow. I want my viewership to grow so that I can reach partner. I want to get that average 75, etc., etc. But then when you're partner, you're like, man, I want my viewership to grow so that I feel like I deserve partner.
there's a little bit of imposter syndrome kicking in, huh?
Yeah. So it's I guess it's less of me to worry about. Like I feel like I'd feel worse if I was still affiliate since you have like a very concrete goal that you're trying to reach and not being able to reach it. Being partners like more open ended, I guess.
Mm.
It's just like you just want to be better in general. But yeah.
Which
Has its
you
perks.
continuously strive to do. But there's this thing on my mind that I would just like you to confirm because I think anyway, it's on every streamer's mind right now. It's on every content creator's mind, not just streamers, but like numbers. They get to you. Like
Yeah.
you can claim to probably not care about the numbers, but if you've been doing it long enough, it will get to you one way or another, right? That is true. It's like we had these conversations a lot, but like especially now in a position that you are right now, it's a very relatable thing. Like the differences in scale and the timeline might be different, but the emotion is the same. So I just wanna like for those people who are watching who might want to get into content creation or already in content creation or have been doing it for a while and feel stuck, or maybe you're just suffering from the same thing. Like, what do you do when you start thinking about numbers? Because like you want to get your mind off of it. Some at most times, right? Is there something you consciously do to like not think about the numbers?
There was a time where I used to turn them off just so I wouldn't look at them, or I would purposely because I in my OBS there's like a tab where you can switch between it. So I would leave the tab not on it so I wouldn't look at it. That was back when it was at like an all-time low type of thing.
Mm. Great band, by the way.
Yeah, but um, I don't necessarily have a like a ritual. I do. I just try to not let it get me down as much as possible, or I try to think of how I can improve it,
Mm.
or I try to remind myself that what goes down must come up at some point.
What good? Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like
But
I know that like sometimes there's just a weird algorithm thing. Sometimes it'll just pick up again at some point. So I just have to hold on till then.
for what it's worth, I do this a lot. I do this a lot for Monka fan members. But like, I go to twitchtracker.com. I check your numbers. I check everybody's numbers. Not to compare, but I just kind of want to see where everybody's at. Because I know at some point you guys are gonna, like, I'm not excluded from this, but I know at some point you, Pat, Paru, or Jamie might like, are they thinking about their numbers right now, or are they gonna feel bad about, something? So I look up your numbers, and I'm gonna whenever they bring this up during the meetings, or like when I message them, I just have to remind them. Do you remember that you're in the top 1% of Twitch right now? It's really I check up on you guys when you're doing good. Like I see how good you guys are doing. All of you combined. Jamie's viewership during hentai or not is great. Pat has been pulling up. Really, his baseline has increased significantly this year. Paru has ever since she launched her partner push, her baseline has gone way up as well. And guess what, Julia?
But
Your baseline has gone up pretty good. Like, I think at last I checked, compared to now, it's a 25% growth in your baseline of CCV. So, just. But then again, just because a person has a lot of views doesn't mean that you're living proof that even you, as big as you are, it gets them. It's a common feeling, right? But since I brought up Monka fam, I just really need to. I asked Pat about this. Like, what was your initial impression before we actually launched the whole thing?
I was excited. I was excited. A little bit nervous because I never did like a whole streamer group thing before. And I was wondering how it would be received, if we'd get like the traction that we wanted. Um, but yeah, overall, I was excited to see like what we'd come up with in the collab review.
Do you have okay? Do you have a favorite Monka fam video that's up right now?
Favorite video? Wait, let me look. YouTube.
If it's not,
Like,
if you have to look it up, it's not your favorite. Come on,
I
man.
just want to make. I have one in mind, but I want to make sure there's a better one that I just forgot. I like.
My point still. Okay.
I think my favorite was either Hand Simulator or Among Us.
Dude, Hand Simulator's Pat's favorite video. That's the same answer he gave last
Yeah, it was so
episode.
because we kept laughing that whole shoot.
Do you remember what time we ended?
Like 4.
Almost 5. It was almost 5 a.m. The sun was rising. June. The sun was
Yeah.
rising. Okay. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of going on. There's a handful of messages in chat. I guess I have to ask you this question. What advice? You're not a baby streamer anymore. All right.
Yeah.
You're a baby girl. You're my baby girl. Baby sister. Puppy sister. Nico, Nissan. Okay. But Handsome don't get enough credit. Shout out to John. Boss Pahimas edited that video, by the way. And edited the Patricio EHAPIWOT VOD. But you're not a baby streamer anymore. That much is certain. You've been streaming for how long now? More than a year. Almost 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
What advice would you give? Okay, just so that it doesn't sound like, just so you're more comfortable with the question. What advice would you give your younger self? What would you have done differently? Starting
Streaming
out.
wise?
Streaming wise.
More consistent schedule.
A more
I
consistent
would've-
schedule. How important do you think that is?
Because when you have a consistent schedule, it gives people an idea when to expect you. Because back then when I was doing my every other day schedule, people would ask like, "Oh, is there a stream today?" I'd have to like announce it on Discord. They'd have to wait for my announcement and stuff. And yeah, also since I was going out a lot, I would be late, and when you're already late, sometimes people think that there's not going to be a stream that day unless you announce it and stuff like that. So, more. I feel like when you have a consistent schedule, more people tend to show up because they know that that's your stream day.
Ooh. So you would have started with a more consistent stream schedule.
Yeah.
Your TTHS.
Yeah, or at least MWF, whichever. And I would have also pushed my social media more. Like, I wish I made a Facebook page back then already.
You actually, when it comes to social media, your Twitter has grown like way up there. I remember when I told you like you should tweet more. I remember telling you this. I should tweet more. You had
Yeah.
like what 200 Twitter followers.
Yeah.
Now you're in like 4 digits.
No?
Wait, you're almost at
Like
4
900.
digits. See, you're 100 Twitter followers away from hitting that 1K in such a short amount of time. You'll get there. You'll get 1K this year for sure, definitely. So social media more and schedule is what you would do more. How has the Facebook page been, by the way?
It's okay. Like, I get followers every once in a while. It's hard to, it's hard to promote your Facebook page
In what
'Cause-
sense is it difficult?
because there's not like compared to Twitter and Instagram, there are very specific social media or like content you expect from me on those platforms.
Kind of like a
On
meta thing.
Yeah, like Twitter, you expect like random tweets about my life and stuff, and then on Instagram, you expect pictures of me or like Instagram stories. But on Facebook is basically like where I dump things from Instagram and Twitter. So like it's kind of just like the trash can of all my other social media.
The art. No, don't worry. I'm pretty sure that's a common sentiment among everyone here right now.
Like there's no, I don't have, like I'm not streaming on there, so I don't necessarily have like super unique content on Facebook that you can't find everywhere else, because what I put everywhere else I just put on Facebook.
So like, you really think about these social media meta things, right? And you're very strategic about it. Is it? I'm not sure. Like, are people aware of this difference? Because your persona on stream is like you're this little geeky girl, comfy, soft ooh,
Uh-huh.
right? Recently a little bit conyo from time to time, but like, no, I don't think that this side of you, this very strategic, I wouldn't say cold-blooded businesswoman, but like it's some traces of that are there. Like there's not a lot of people can see that on your usual content.
Yeah.
Like I if how strategic are you about these things?
Well, I try to like, okay, for example, let's say stream wise. I don't, I know that, you usually you're like, "Oh, just stream whatever you want. People won't care and stuff." But even though that's how it should be, I usually try to think of what's in the meta at least, or like what I have an audience for, um what everyone else likes. I try to find a balance between something I enjoy genuinely. I don't want to force myself, but yeah, something I enjoy genuinely plus something that's in right now.
You take a lot of these things into consideration. And I
Yeah.
don't blame you for it. That's how social media and content algorithms work. You're just trying to play by a hidden set of rules. Is there a game you would say where you played more because it was in the meta rather than you enjoying it?
Marbles.
Mar-
Yeah.
Marbles. I was like, I was like guessing in my head. She's probably gonna say Among Us at its height. Marbles, huh?
I really like Among Us, but yeah.
You're good at lying and deceit and just manipulate. You're just a good manipulator, aren't you?
No.
You were like, weren't you like one of the people that pinned Paru in the Monka fam Among Us video a lot?
Like I killed her?
No, you. I think you're the one who said that she hadn't died yet in the last game, therefore she must be imposter and got her voted
Oh.
out.
Maybe.
You know what? Makes it difficult to trust you now. And Phil keeps sending me the memos and sending you the fruit baskets. Jeez.
Still loves.
What does it feel like to be Monka Fam Management's favorite?
It feels nice.
I'm gonna file a formal complaint. I'm gonna file a form. Phil, Julia's getting ahead of herself. It's the email already. Incident report, Phil. But it's been quite a long journey, and I'm pretty sure you were anticipating getting to where you are today, just not as soon as you expected. I'm just really curious because like outside your immediate circle of streamer friends, there's Monka Fam and then there's your Team Squish. Are there like when you're not streaming? Because you like one of the biggest tips people will tell you is like before you stream, you gotta be a viewer first. So I'm pretty sure you like watch a couple of streams from now every now and then, not necessarily in the local circle, right? But which content creators do you watch in your downtime, or if it's still the same person, inspired you into getting into streaming?
I mean, I think this is obvious, but Lily Pichu is like my inspiration.
Can you do a Lily
She's like,
Pichu impression?
Michael!
Oh God, that was so. That was actually pretty good. Holy shit! Wow. Oh, Lily Pichu. Okay, wait, sorry. You said Lily Pichu. Because this happened for a while. I'm not sure if it still happens. How do you feel about people calling you quote unquote Lily Pichu ng Pinas?
I find it, I think it's a compliment because, she inspires me and stuff. And I mean, we have similar content, so I don't necessarily blame people if they make the connection.
They're both Asian women with glasses.
Yeah, like what if somebody called you John Mayer ng Pinas? Wouldn't you be like, come on?
Look, not to say that that hasn't happened before, but I'm pretty sure it was because I was an asshole and not a good singer.
Like,
And also, they would call me June Mayer.
June. That's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
Juan Mayer.
Juan Mayer.
Juan Mayor.
Juan Mayer. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You still watch a lot of Lily Pichu these days?
Yeah, I watch it from time to time.
You can you imagine a collab between the two of you? What would your dream collab with Lily Pichu be like?
My dream collab.
Let's just say like randomly, like I discovered you on Twitch. Get an email from her. I really want to collab, but she doesn't have anything in mind and asks you what you want to do.
Like, I don't know, I wouldn't mind doing like an art thing or
An art stream together with her.
yeah, or yeah, something like that. Or like, for example, if she did music and I did like the art cover for it or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
So big streamers, just in the local scene, doesn't have to be exclusive to Twitch. Are there other streamers in the local scene you look up to?
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be Twitch. Since
well, I watch, of course, Monka.
Stop sucking up to Phil. He already sends you fruit baskets.
But no, really, I do. And then let's see. I look a lot on everyone's streams. I've been watching a lot of Valorant lately.
So,
I watch. Well, let's say, who I look up to on Twitch firstly would be like, like Chris Ray, Ali Ray.
Phenomenal talents, by the way.
Yeah. And then for Facebook, even though like Noctile and Maggie Carp and stuff, because they're good at what they do.
Has Maggie Carp added you on Valorant yet?
I don't think so.
She does have your Riot ID. She does play a lot of TFT, you know that, right?
Yeah, I see that sometimes.
Hypothetically, if Maggie Carp were to invite you to play TFT, would you agree?
Sure, but I'd probably be last playing.
It doesn't matter. Just answer the question. Maggie Carp invites you to play TFT. Yes or no?
Sure.
Alright, I need to clip that and send that to her. Alright. No, because Maggie, you heard it. Magu, Ugam. People call her Ugam for some reason. Maggie, she said yes. Can't wait to see it. Alright. Who would say no to... To si Julia, nahihiya. I'm shy eh. Say it yan, the girl konyo.
I'm shy eh.
But it's like, there's a copy pasta. Hooleeyah or Juju is a music and art streamer who plays violent video games in her free time. Her jovial and I like that. That's kind of like a pun. Her jovial and light-hearted uwus and owos when she's playing these video games serves as an effective distraction before she takes down her enemies in a cold-blooded but kawaii fury. You weren't always good at competitive video games. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm building up towards something here.
I'm still not good, but continue.
Shut up, you beat me at Valorant, the Paro Cup. Ugh. You're at least better.
At my last job, you're not hard to beat.
Look.
It's my last one.
The audience seems to enjoy it. You're not on an allowance anymore. Go wild. You're not hard to beat. Ugh. Then again, it wasn't really me you needed to beat. It was Noctile. But, having said that, you have had a lot of improvement in Valorant. I remember because I was there from the beginning, beta days. I've seen you play. Oh, yeah. Henry even included it in your Draft Me video for Dodge Rivals. It was the last clip, and I remember those days. I remember when you would waste an entire stinger clip at point blank.
Yeah.
The famous "Are you kidding me" clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Actually,
I was a Spectre. Worse. That's worse. You emptied out a Spectre clip at point blank and didn't get the kill. And got killed. But that, compared to now, is a very big difference. From whiffing an entire Stinger magazine at point blank to winning Paru Cup on Matthew's team. What would you say, how would you describe the experience and how much work did you actually put in?
Well, before Pyro Cup, what really started me on the Valorant grind was my show match with Ding.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also because it was really hard for me to play Valorant when I was still on my laptop. When I was moving out, when I packed up my PC already, I played some Valorant on my laptop again for the first time in a long time, and it was so difficult. It was so hard. Like, I could not get any kills. So yeah, it was difficult for me, like, technical wise. But so when I got my PC, when I was finally able to play Valorant lag free, and then I had my show match thing, I spent like a whole a month or two, just playing Valorant almost every day to try and get better.
I actually remember one specific instance at 2 in the morning. Do you remember that? I can reenact it for you. Would you like me to reenact it for you? Of how intense. This is just like how intense your dedication to Valorant was. Context.
Okay.
You were still at your parents' place, right? You were still at your parents' place. What was barring you from playing Valorant as much as you wanted? Do you remember?
My parents wanted me to sleep early.
So you had a curfew
Yeah, I had a curfew.
at 2 in the morning.
Yes.
Right, okay. So you had a curfew at 2 in the morning. You were enter Pat's Discord. You were looking for Louie. I remember it clear as day. It was 2 in the morning. She jumps in the call and says, Louie, I just want to play one game. Just one game, Louie. Please, I just need one game. You sounded like a crackhead on withdrawal.
I literally had a mask. Like, I was wearing a cloth mask to muffle my voice so that it would be quieter.
I remember, Lou, just one game, and we were all making fun of it. Like, she sounds like an addict in withdrawal. Just one hit. But this is the thing. I know I talk a lot of trash, but you really did put in the work. The hours. You've invested those hours. How many hours do you have on Valorant? I think we checked this last time. 120? 130?
More, like a few days worth.
I think it's like it's not yet 200, but like 150. North or south of 150.
I think about 200-ish.
Guys, I'm just saying, Julia has improved the way she did because she put 200 hours in. When I checked, I only had 69 hours in. Well, right now I'm close to 80. So you really are like a glowing example of like really grinding and practicing mindfully. So what can you say, like, if you have any advice for people out there who want to like, who probably don't.
I don't know if this is my.
Wait, 200 hours on one account? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think your Discord cut out.
All right.
No.
Can you hear me now? No?
No. I can hear you. Okay, go.
All right. So having said that, you put in like 200 hours is not a high number, but it's enough. It's a big difference. All right. I know people. Who say like, I've spent 1,000 hours, 800 hours, 500. I don't care. Right. In the case of Julia, she spent 200 hours and improved significantly. Right. So Pat might just catch up, but then again, he also has a background of FPS games, and he's been diligently putting in the hours. He's nearing a 200-hour mark. Would you agree? So you're an example of a person who really didn't grow up in competitive games. You didn't grow up playing competitive games.
No, I grew up playing story games.
Right. So you wanted to get into a competitive game, you put in the hours, and you've somehow become Like people would argue not good, but for me, you're good. You're good. Like you know how to play the game, and you can pop off, and you have your moments. You were even included in a Valorant compilation,
Yeah.
right?
That's funny.
So, what advice do you have for people who want to get into that kind of genre?
Competitive gaming?
Yeah, like let's say it doesn't have to be Valorant. Let's say they want to grind better at League. Hell, they want to grind better
Well,
at Wild Rift or Mobile Legends. Just, you know.
it does. It takes a lot of hard work, especially again if you don't have experience. It takes a while to kind of train yourself to know what to do. Like, my first competitive game was League, and it took me a while to learn League. And honestly, even now, I still don't even understand League to like the full extent. But playing a lot, and it helps a lot when you play with someone who knows the game as well, because you can ask them for reference
So
of
finding
anything.
finding a teacher, basically.
Yeah, and someone to uh, grind ranks with you and all that jazz. And then, and it helps a lot. Well, I'm like a visual learner, so I would watch streams or I'd watch YouTube videos as well.
Higher dodge though, sabi. $10 an hour, right? $10 an hour dodge this. Use promo code Patricia for $9 instead. Save. It's a 10% discount. But that's interesting because it's like just not mindlessly playing over and over again. You actually had a teacher and you would educate yourself outside of just playing.
Yeah.
All right. We've covered a lot of it. We covered topics from your musical career to your visual arts career to a short stint on your independence and basically also a short segment of your career playing esports titles. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to let you go, but before I do, we're gonna get into that segment, which apparently is gonna be a regular thing now. I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions with supposedly short answers in rapid fire succession.
Ooh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just give me a while to compose the list of questions in my head.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're good to go. You ready? You ready for this? You ready for this?
All right.
All right. We also did a bit on her love life, by the way, but as her kuya on the internet, I just say no. Don't do it. Bawal pa. If anyone wants to apply to make ligaw, you have to send your resume to monkafamtv@gmail.com. Please include at least three references for good moral conduct. Also, NBI clearance is important.
That's smart. Not a criminal. At
Yeah,
least,
yeah. I'm not gonna let you date a criminal.
Criminal of love.
What? Criminals?
No, as a criminal of love.
Criminal of love. Pagnanakaw ng puso. You did have a crush on Persona 5 Joker.
Yes.
But then again, who doesn't? Alright, Julia, first question. Favorite pasta sauce?
Pomodoro.
Pineapples on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Favorite chocolate brand?
Maltesers?
Favorite Taylor Swift album?
Fearless.
Favorite emo band?
Dashboard Confessional.
Favorite Pokemon generation?
One or the one where X is. I forgot what number that was.
What? X?
Like Pokemon X.
Oh, that generation. Alright. Vandal or Phantom?
Vandal.
Pikachu or Eevee?
Eevee.
Monka fam member you would most likely get drunk with?
Jamie.
Favorite alcoholic drink?
Whiskey and Coke.
I wasn't expecting that answer. Yeah.
That is my favorite.
Whiskey, Coke.
Yeah, it's good. That's the one that gets me drunk.
That's a Tito drink. Almost. Okay. Favorite non-alcoholic drink?
Iced tea.
Guilty pleasure movie?
Oh, Teen Beach Movie.
It's literally called Teen Beach Movie.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie.
High school celebrity crush.
Harry Styles.
Local celebrity crush. Currently.
Local. Tony Pangilinan.
Not bad. All right.
I just think top of my head.
It's the top of your Donnie Pang. It's like you weren't even sure.
Because I can't think of like any.
All right. For those who are curious, you're probably gonna look him up anyway. All right. We have explored Julia on and off stream. Hopefully, we have a better idea of who she is, and hopefully, Phil stops sending her fruits basket because we've exposed her. All right. Before we go and raid someone, Julia, I'm gonna do that Sean Evans thing, even though I don't have multiple camera angles and I have hair. This camera, your camera. Tell the world what you would like them to know. What you up to? Plug. That's the plug. Plug time.
Okay. Hello. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Twitch at 8 p.m. GMT plus 8 to 12 a.m. usually. I upload monthly covers on YouTube. I have a TikTok where I post cringy content, and I have a sticker shop both locally and internationally at shopee.ph/Hooleeyah and hooleeyah.redbubble.com where I sell Valorant stickers and TF2 stickers and stickers of my emotes. Sticker shop update probably happening sometime in May, and I'm currently playing Spirit Fair. It's a good game. Try it out.
All right. Again, thank you so much, Julia. Thank you so much for agreeing to be here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. Really appreciate it. First name Hooleeyah, last name _ All right. Since you're the guest, I'm probably gonna start doing this because it takes a lot of pressure from me and I don't have to think too much. You get to choose our raid.
Ooh.
Just take into account how many viewers we have and choose one accordingly. Our raid message is okay. I'll think about the raid message depending on who you choose.
Let's raid. How about Play with Blair?
Oh, Play with Blair, a Dodge Rivals player. I love their video. Did you watch their video?
It's so funny.
No, Viper. Hala, wag kang tatapak sa COVID. Okay. So we're gonna raid Play with Blair. They're gonna be a player in Dodge Rivals, which also, you know what? Mods, can we shout out Dodge this? Because the draft is tomorrow at 9 p.m. So, wait, I'm gonna cancel the raid first. So, quick announcements. Tomorrow, we have D&D in the afternoon. Julia's gonna be there. So, if you hadn't have enough vitamin J, I don't know why I said that. Julia, if you haven't had enough of Julia on this channel, you can see her again tomorrow along with our other regulars. Patricio, Sad But Kawaii, OBB Plays, Grainosaur, and if any of the other castmates message me last minute to join, they'll be there. 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. And you're streaming tomorrow, right? Are you streaming tomorrow?
Yes.
At 8 p.m.
Yes.
All right. And Dodge Rivals draft is happening on Dodge's channel at 9 p.m. And there are a lot of things happening tomorrow. Also, quick announcement again. Our guest for EHAPIWOT number 3, which will happen next Thursday, is a special alcoholic episode because we're going to be drinking the whole time.
Ooh.
Our guest is none other than the wonderful Jamie Castor. Surprise, surprise. I wonder who the 4th guest is. So that is all. We're going to be raiding Blair. Our raid message is wag kang tatapak sa COVID raid.
Dang, it's over already. You missed.
Okay. Wag kang tatapak sa COVID ni Viper raid. That's our raid message for Blair. Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you for the raid. Also, thank you, Pat and Julia, for being my first ever anniversary subs. 12 months. I wish I could say the same, but rent. It's okay, Julia, if you cancel your sub from here on out. I understand. You have rent to pay. But I wouldn't say no to it either. Anyway, I'll see you all. Julia, you get to say the last line. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Last line.
Skadoosh.
When you said that dream